Hello there, and I hope you are doing well. This is a quick guide on how to complete the Disgraced Nightfall on Grandmaster difficulty. I will first show you our loadouts, followed by the strategies. Timestamps are in the description below. This Grandmaster contains barriers and unstops. All three shield types are present within this GM. At the time of the recording, the surges were Solar and Void. This could be different for you depending if you do the GM on the week it comes out or later on for your Conqueror title. So always double check what the surges are and match your subclasses and weapons to them. Now moving on to loadouts, we had a Warlock running Song of Flame combined with Getaway Artist for creating Arc Souls. The Hunter ran Deadfall for clearing ads along with Orpheus Rex for extra Orbs of Power. The Titan ran Sentinel Shield for Rat Control combined with Ursa Furiosa Gauntlets to regain Super Energy and create Orbs of Power. Moving on to weapons, we had a Warlock running Wish Ender for barriers along with a Sidearm for unstops and a Machine Gun for ads. The Titan ran Outbreak for barriers and a Sidearm for unstops with an RPG for damage. The Hunter ran Wish Ender for barriers along with no hesitations to help heal teammates as well as a Machine Gun for ads. Now onto Mars, starting with a class item. Run any of the Mars to help reduce your ability recharge time when using different abilities, or run Powerful Attraction to collect nearby orbs. You could also run the Mars Proximity Ward and Healthy Finisher to get health back along with an Overshield when performing a finisher. For leg armor, you can run Mars that help with your ability regen when picking up Orbs of Power. You could also run Scavenger Mars to pick up additional ammunition when picking up ammo bricks. For your chest armor, run a Concussive Dampener to help reduce incoming damage from explosions. Also run an Arc Resist mod because incoming arc damage is increased by 25%. For gauntlets, run any mods that boost your abilities or create Orbs of Power. Finally, for the helmet, I suggest you have a Heavy Ammo Finder mod on along some Ashes to Assets to get your super bag on grenade kills. These are the loadouts that we used. Either copy them or use them to make your own designs. You do not need the same loadouts, subclasses or characters that we have to complete this GM. With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Once you spawn in, get onto your Sparrows and drive towards the large building on your right side. Make your way through the corridors until you reach the stairs and leave your Sparrows at the bottom so the ads cannot destroy them. The first room can be tricky because there'll be plenty of snipers along with two barriers right next to each other, so just stay by the stairs and wait for the barriers to come to you. This way, when the barriers are closer together, you can throw grenades to lower the health and quickly stun them. Things like Suspend and Stasis help to keep them in place so they do not run away and heal. Use that time to dispose of any snipers around the barrier so that it is easier to kill them. You can then use this room to begin thinning out the ads in the rest of the area. There will be plenty of Fallen, including Shanks, Marauders, Dregs, Vandals, and Captains. After clearing most of the room out, you can make your way to the left side, where you can use this high ground to snipe at the rest of them. Any ads that try to rush you will need to jump up onto the high ground with you. Whilst here, keep an eye on the left side doorway, because at a certain point in clearing the ads, additional reinforcements will spawn in. They will run out one by one and stand outside the door in a nice big pile, so a couple of lingering grenades will dispose of the vast majority of them. Also, clearing them all out in one go like this makes it a lot faster to complete the room. Once those ads die, the door at the back of the room will open up and additional ads will rush, including a barrier. You can either catch them on the stairs with some grenades or let them out and snipe them from the opposite side of the room. Since the stairs are so narrow, they are very weak to grenades as they cannot avoid them. Once done, push up the back stairs to the next area. In front of you will be a couple of snipers and a barrier champ, so stay within the room at the top of the stairs and snipe at them. Behind them will be wizards and more ads, so use these boxes in the middle of the room for cover to dispose of them one by one. There will be a barrier champ amongst this group, and sometimes it will hide amongst the hyper in the doorway, but you can take them all out using the boxes around you or the doorway itself. The remaining ads will be around the doorway leading to the outside, and once that is clear, you can then use that doorway to begin clearing out the outside area. There will be a lot of incoming hive that rush your position, including acolytes and thralls. There will also be two shriekers at the very back of the room and two barriers on top of some boxes right beneath them. The shriekers will remain closed until later, and if you don't go past the doorway, the barriers cannot hit you, so instead, focus on clearing out the area in front of you of all the acolytes and cursed thrall instead. Only then, when the area is cleared, do you want to focus on the barriers one by one. When most of the ads are dealt with, then have one person step forward to open the shriekers up whilst the other two shoot them from the doorway because they cannot hit you at that range. The last hive ship will also bring over two more barrier champions and even more ads, including knights. However, they will stay at the bottom of the area. Leave the barriers for last and let the ads rush you to separate them from the main group. When the minor ads are dealt with, you can then use the ramps on the left and right side above the barriers to safely dispose of them. Continue onwards towards the next area, and once you reach these stairs, stop here because there'll be two more barriers around the corner, some wretches and vandal snipers at the very back. If you stay by the stairs, the snipers at the back will stay out of sight. It is easier to get rid of the barriers first, followed by wretches and then the snipers. Keep pushing forward until you reach this public area. There is nothing here for you to kill, so you can either just turn invisible or equip your sparrows and run past all of these ads. Just be careful when you get into the hive dropship because there will be thrall and cursed thrall inside. When you reach the scaffolding, do not go past it. The boss will spawn in front of you, followed by several waves of ads behind her. You can use the scaffolding on your left for cover or chain your supers back and forth to stay alive in the center. If you damage her enough, she'll retreat further into the room, and the sooner she is out of the way, the better. Behind her, there will be 2 barriers, 2 wizards, and a whole host of ads. They will all spawn in the same area, so some well-placed grenades will get rid of the vast majority of them, leaving the barriers on their own. The wizards will retreat to the back, so you can leave them for last once you have dealt with the barriers. Then push up a little, but do not go around the corner, because on the hill there will be more ads, including your first Unstop champ, so use the concrete around you for cover to dispose of it first. Then you can spread to the sides and use the concrete around you for cover to snipe the ads at the top of the hill. Focus on getting rid of all the cursed thrall and some of the knights closest to you. Above them, near the back, will be a barrier champ, just sitting on the ledge sniping at you, so get rid of that first before making any attempt to push further up the hill. Slowly push up from the cover to cover, making sure there aren't any stragglers left behind that can shoot you in the back. Once you reach the top, a final wave will spawn containing 2 more barrier champs and some thralls, so stay outside the area and they won't rush you. This way you can kill them all in the spawns with a couple of grenades and leave the barriers for last. You are now in the boss room. This can be completed fairly easily as long as you control how much damage you do to the boss. In the middle is a platform which you will be sitting on for the majority of the time, and at the bottom of the room will be the boss, so take your time sniping at her and clearing out the thralls spawning around her. Once she loses a segment of her health, she will disappear. To your left are some rooms, and that is where the ads will spawn in for the first half of this fight. The high ground allows you to shoot down onto the top of them and makes it harder for them to hit you. There is only one way up to the platform, and that is the stairs leading to the left side, so you can completely block it off and control the whole area. Clearing the ads out will make the boss spawn back in, and this time she'll be behind you at the back of a platform. Same as before, damage her and clear out the thrall which will rush you from the stairs. You can always jump back down the side of the room where you entered and snipe from there. Remove her next segment of health until she is on half health, which will force her to teleport and spawn in more waves of ads. This time they will spawn on the left at the bottom of the stairs and at the bottom of the room. There will be an unstop on both sides along with an ogre at the bottom and plenty of ads, so just use the top of the platform for cover and focus on the left side first. One well placed super on the left is all it takes to clear out the vast majority of the ads. This will leave a second unstop at the bottom on its own for an easy kill. You can just use a platform to pixel peek the ads below you. Then it's just rinse and repeat. The boss will respawn behind you, so once again take her health down little by little whilst keeping an eye on the stairs for any thrall. The thrall will keep spawning, so you need to keep checking for them or allocate one person to be in charge of dealing with them. This time when she reaches her last segment of health, she will teleport to the bottom of the room and stay there until you kill her. There'll be additional ad spawns around her, including knights and cursed thralls, so don't try to kill her outright. Damage her a little and then look to the stairs for any cursed thrall that are trying to flank you. Get rid of any knights so that they do not bombard you, which will leave a boss on her own. Some of those knights will also try to rush your position with swords. She'll be trying to hide a lot, so simply use the platforms around you to get sight shots and kill her. Remember to damage her, then clear the ads, then rinse and repeat. With this strategy, all of us went flawless, and it took us around 14 minutes to complete. And there you have it, that is how you complete the Disgraced Nightfall on Grandmaster difficulty. If you have found the guide to be helpful, then please like, share and post a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more Destiny 2 guides. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.